Vancouver is a lovely city in Canada. The weather's great, the scenery is great, and the sun sets at 9 p.m. But you see, the Chinese Mafia love this city as much as I do. So let's say you're a mountain master. No, seriously. Sanzu is a Chinese Mafia rank. Your illegal business is booming and you are making a ton of money. But there's a problem. You can't just spend this illegal money because the government will ask you where you got the money from. So you have to find ways to convert your dirty money into clean money. But getting your money out of China is not easy. The Chinese government limits the transfer of money out of the country to $50,000. So how do you get a lot of money out of China without arousing suspicion? The obvious method is through casinos in Macau. But the Chinese government isn't stupid. They are cracking down on Macau. So you'll need an alternative. You will need to find an overseas location that isn't in Asia, but also easily accessible. This place will need to have relaxed immigration laws and an existing Chinese community. This place will also need to have large volume of imports so you can easily smuggle stuff in. And most importantly, casinos. Vancouver seems like the perfect place. Moreover, its proximity to the United States also made smuggling stuff into the US relatively easy. For this other method, you will need middlemen. The money would first need to be deposited in the middleman's account in China. The middleman takes a commission. Then the middleman would withdraw the same amount of money from his Canadian accounts. Congratulations, you have just bypassed the Chinese government. You see, casinos in British Columbia were pretty chill with their regulations. Yep, the Chinese Mafia would bring in cash in broad daylight and casino staff wouldn't even question them. Once the cash is exchanged into chips, play some games, then convert those chips back into Canadian dollars. This way, you will have an official receipt from the casino, which means your money is now legit and you can do whatever you want with that money. You can even transfer the money to another country since Canada does not have a transfer limit like China. This is known as the Vancouver Model. This model.
It was the largest money laundering investigation in Canadian history.
Money laundering has not just taken money out of the Canadian economy, of BC's economy, but has actively hurt.
In 2018, an estimated $7 billion was laundered through British Columbia. Naturally, this had negative consequences for Canada. These crime syndicates were smuggling drugs like fentanyl into Canada. Now, these rich criminals had to spend their money. So they buy real estates, causing 60% increase in property prices in Vancouver over 5 years.
The housing market in British Columbia and Vancouver in particular has been a hot one for a long time.
Money laundering accounted for $5.3 billion in real estate purchases in 2018. The Canadian government had to respond. In 2017, 9 people were arrested for money laundering. New laws were also enacted by the government. The Vancouver model isn't just restricted to Canada. It can be applied to any location with casinos. Ultimately, the success of criminal organizations really depends on the law enforcement in respective countries.